Hey guys, so I'm going to make this a little recording and I'm going back and forth between different properties that match somewhat to the one that we've been talking about this morning. This will be on probably YouTube. I'm going to share it off of YouTube, but I'm not going to share it to anybody else, at least until much afterwards. All right, so the property that we've been talking about is this one here, the 215 Richards Street, and it's got, obviously the 867 square feet. That is the big hurdle right now. Quarter of an acre right there. And even though I don't typically point people to the assessed value, I'm going to in this case, just because I'm going to use it as a comparison to other properties. Now, assuming that the city town has done their job and has assessed for tax purposes all these properties equally, and that's not always the case. So you're going to be very careful using that comparison. If they've done their job and they've done a good job and they're all divided up equally based on the size, materials of the property, the condition of the property, that kind of thing, then we could use this assessed value as a basis to compare this property with the assessed value of the other property and what it sold for. So that's what I've been kind of keeping an eye on. Like I said, I don't typically tell people that I do stuff like that because they sometimes think that this is the price that it should sell for and it's not even close. So I just use it as a rule of thumb. All right, so I mean, obviously you've seen the pictures and we're going to go look at it tomorrow. The guy was concerned with USDA and how it compares to FHA and the condition of the property. He did say that the upstairs needs to be painted, and I told him needs to be painted is not an FHA problem. Chipped, cracked paint, peeling paint, paint falling off the walls, that's an FHA and a USDA. They're similar appraisals. That's a USDA problem. So as long as nothing is chipped or cracked or falling off the walls, it should be no problem. You can see in this picture here that they just put this ceiling on because they've mudded up the seams, and that won't be a problem. So that's this property here. Now, I did that search, the one that you guys saw. I'm not going to get rid of this. Was basically properties in the same square footage range, same acreage range. That gets us kind of the comparables, barring the type of property it is, and there is differences in there for different types of properties, but more or less these things right here, the size of the house, the size of the land, those are the key things that drive the price of the house. So as you saw and can see, 800 square foot home, 900 square foot home, eighth of an acre, quarter of an acre, sold prices now. Oh, wait a minute, that's sale price. Sold. We want to compare to prices that are sold. I don't want to do this during the shoot. Sold price per square foot. Damn it. I didn't want to do this while we were recording this. I wanted to have it all set up and ready for you. Sold price. Obviously it's not there. I can do price per square foot, I guess. I'll get you that sold price. Sale price is already in there. That's what it's telling me. All right, go back. Sale price is not the list price. Okay, so we're comparing this over here. So the stuff on the right side. This is what it listed for. This is what it sold for. All right, so these properties, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, based on size of house. That is the ones that I'm saying are comparable to yours. And if you go back here, again, we're going to use that assessed value price, and just bar and keep in mind what I had said, 184 for the assessed value of this property that we're going to go take a look at. This one here sold for 259, and the assessed value is 189, just a little bit more than what the other one was, and that one sold for 259. Call it 260. This one here, 190, a little bit more than the one that we're talking about, sold for $260. So that gives you an idea of more or less where we are. Now, they're all different size, different locations. I'm going to show you that in a second. Different materials, so you kind of want to go through these pictures. I just sent it to you to look at, the condition of the kitchens, the bathrooms, all that stuff. Assessed for $212, sold for $280. So that gives us a very good idea that I don't think we're in this range. I think we're in this range right here. Now let's go back to the cheapest one that sold. Look at condition, size, materials, newer kitchen, granite countertops, looks like, at least, stainless steel, probably a flip. And this is all just to kind of put everything into perspective. Slanted ceilings upstairs, probably the bedrooms. This is a 2-bedroom, where the one we're talking about is a 3-bedroom of the same size. Definitely keep that in mind. This one, outside's nothing to scream about or be excited about. Inside has been renovated, and I think somewhere in here I read that it was recently renovated. So brand new on the inside. 2-bedroom, 900 square feet, sold for $260, appraised for $260. Not sure about heating systems, new or not. That's definitely an oil system, oil right there. So locations, map, selected listings. One there, one there, one there, one down there. More or less, I would imagine that this area is the same price range neighborhood. These definitely are, and it turns out that Richard Street, I'm pretty sure we're on Richard Street. Richard Street's right there, so it's along this road somewhere. So that one, and that one are definitely comparable. $260, $279, $259. So just stuff to put into perspective, think about, and be prepared for tomorrow when we go look at this place. The nice thing about us being able to get in there before the open house on whatever the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, is that we will have time to talk about it, put it together, the paperwork, and get it in, submitted to before Saturday, June 15th. He's probably going to do a highest and best by Monday or Tuesday, which is why I'm probably going to recommend that you guys do your highest and best right from the start with that letter that we were talking about. So that way, hopefully, with any luck, we'll hit a price point that is acceptable to the seller, and with the letter, maybe get some sympathy out of them for them to just say, you know what, go with these people, forget the the open house, and with any luck, the listing agent will agree with that, so that he doesn't have to go through the work of the open house and just go with this. So we want to present ourselves in the best possible way to make sure that it's a done deal, a sure deal in their minds, which includes that deposit for the offer and the purchase and sales. The more money that we can put in at that point in time, remember, you're going to get that money back because it's a USDA loan. So you're basically just throwing money at it that you're going to end up getting back at closing, or it might be used for things that you would normally have to put money into anyways. So it's a good way for us to, try to secure this place. It does match the USDA. It does match or it's not in a flood zone. So it's all stuff that, it's stuff that we want to keep in mind. All right, that's it. We'll talk more.